Iceland 2021. We boarded our flight at 6:30 p.m. and flew from Spain to Germany. There we had a 13-hour layover, so we found ourselves a quiet corner, got into our sleeping bags, and tried to get as much sleep as possible. After a good breakfast, we were ready to head on to our destination. We explored Reykjavik for a while on our first day. We went to the campsite early and tried to sleep around 9 p.m. Woke up at 5 so we could catch our bus in time that would take us to the start of our hike of the Laugavegur trail. At 11 a.m., after a 4-hour ride, we made it to Laugavegur and immediately started hiking. This day took us up steep mountainsides and back down again. The beautifully colored mountains led our way that day. After a 1-hour lunch break, we headed on. Our first, longest, and hardest hiking day ended by the beautiful lake in Iceland campsite that day. Bright and early, we hiked on. It was a beautiful and sunny day through volcanic landscapes. And we had our first very deep, very cold river crossing.
Smoke the screen to make you what it was to be. And I don't know it around and once I knew I was not.
We got to the Emstua campsite at 1 p.m. already, after a short and easy day of hiking, and we decided to stay and enjoy the weather. Also, we just weren't ready to finish this hike yet. We also got a bit sunburned that day and wished the hike could have lasted forever. Our last day of hiking was completely different as it was very foggy all day and it fit the scenery perfectly. Hiking through the canyon was our personal highlight of the hike. And many river crossings that day.
I'm leaving home for the coastline, someplace under the sun. I feel my heart for the first time, 'cause now I'm moving on, yeah, I'm moving on. And there's a place that I've dreamed of, where I can free my mind. I hear the sounds of the season and lose all sense of time. I'm moving far away to a sunny place.
This last river crossing was the deepest and hardest. The water went all the way up to our hip, and the current was insanely strong.
The summer air by the seaside, the way it fills our lungs, the fire burns in the night sky. This life will keep us young.
And then we made it to Prosmo after another easy day of hiking. Sad that this would be the end of our trail.
And we will sleep by the ocean. Our hearts will move with the tide. And we will wake in the morning to see the sun paint the sky. I'm moving far away.
A very bumpy 4.5-hour bus ride later, we made it back to Reykjavik.
Feels like we're in a dream.
The next day we started our journey by car along the Golden Circle, where we saw many beautiful waterfalls.
I'm moving far away to a sunny place where it's just you and me. Feels like we're in a dream. You know what I'm
It wouldn't be a trip to Iceland without seeing those majestic Icelandic horses.
to a sunny place
And, you guessed it, more
where
waterfalls.
it's just you and me. Feels like we're
Make sure to bring enough rain gear for this, because you will be soaked. We continued our journey east, along the south coast of Iceland. And even got to bathe in a geothermal hot pool. We also got to see the plane wreck. And the stunning black sand beach.
I set myself aside, lead the way on this drive. If you don't know the way, we
Lots of moss-covered rocks, and an even bigger canyon than the one we passed on our hike. The glacier lagoon left us speechless, seeing these majestic icebergs in the water, and we felt especially lucky to get to see that beautiful place during sunset. Then there was this random red chair on the side of the road, and of course more waterfalls. It wouldn't be Iceland if it wasn't for these thousands and thousands of beautiful purple flowers and more waterfalls. We couldn't leave before seeing the volcano that had just erupted. The Blue Lagoon was the perfect relaxing end of this beautiful trip.